And by the way, David Muir continues the coverage of the Ukraine crisis on World News tonight, right after this newscast. Lee?
All right, Bill. Well, we had,
Sandra. It's Sandra, not Lee. Sometimes I get the two confused.
We're going to turn to the pandemic first. New York Governor Hochul officially dropping the mandate for masks in public schools.
It'll feel more like fall with some drier air coming in, and that'll continue into early next week, but still comfortable, nice October weather. I'll see you again at 6 o'clock. Bill?
See you then, Lee. Thank you. It is the There we go. Now you can hear me. Thank you, Lee. It is the post-COVID era for two contestants of this season's Dancing with the Stars.
What's happening outside? We've got good-looking numbers, and look at the difference between right now and 24 hours ago when it was so miserably still, muggy outside. And right now, it's actually close to refreshing as we show you a beautiful zooming shot all around. Yeah. I don't know. I think we should just see where they land. I feel like we just played roulette or something. Let's spin the wheel, Pat. 72 degrees out.
Cool on Wednesday and pretty windy out there. 55, bright but cool Thursday. Still not getting out of the 50s. So we have a period in there. This is why you have to enjoy the weekend, where it's well below average before we get up closer to normal by next Friday, a week from today. We'll send it back over to you.
All right, Jeff. Thank you very much.
All right.
There is still time for you to get out.
Okay, well, there is still time for you to get a chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, which is hovering right now at $500 million.
By the weekend, liking Saturday so far. I think it's a sunnier half of the weekend. Not that Sunday's a washout, but there's more clouds and there's a better chance of showers that day. It looks like our camera went out there. 83 degrees, southwest wind at about 14, today's high in the middle 80s, the humidity at about 84%.
Courtesy of quite a bit of sunshine. Again, those rain chances increasing by midweek, and Wednesday might not be the only wet day. We'll detail that in your AccuWeather 7-day forecast coming up. Guys?
Thank you, Jeff. Talk about a hero's welcome. So many fans gathered as the St. Peter's basketball team, there we go, basketball team. They arrived back in New Jersey after the team's big win against Murray State.
Neighbors say they rushed to help, but there was nothing they could do.
I was on my mower and I rode up and I could see the airplane sitting. It was already nose down.
Chopper 6 was overhead.
Obviously, just something terrible there. The National Transportation Safety Board still trying to determine what went wrong here.
7 News Sign's Nita Pineda breaks down what your rights are and how to fight.
I'm headed to Orlando, and they just canceled our flight. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just glad to be here safe.
Complain and ask for money back and whatever, but...
And we're having a few technical difficulties. You can find that story at WABC7 NY. And there's still much more news ahead. EyeWitness News at 6 begins right now.
Parent company of the Inquirer admitted to engaging in a practice known as catch and kill in order to help Donald Trump become president. The new owners say the plan moving forward is to expand into TV, film, and podcasts.
Well, I'm going to ask my producer, do you want to go to Wall Street or do you want to go to something else? Okay. Let's go to Wall Street. Stocks dropped as investors are cautious of rising bond yields. The fear of higher interest rates sending Treasury yields higher.
They came at my sons with weapons. They didn't have no weapons. They came at my sons with weapons.
The business remains close to power. The employee was taken into custody and returned to Monday in Harlem as they
We're having a few audio issues with Crystal. Meanwhile.
Yeah.
Just ahead on EyeWitness News at 6, a beautiful evening outside. Lee Goldberg's next with a pretty nice AccuWeather forecast.
That's not Lee right there. No, that's Barron.
No, that's not Lee.
A big retirement for a police horse. We're going to introduce you to Barron coming up.
And a spokesperson says the department does not comment on pending litigation. Bill?
Still to come on EyeWitness News at 5 o'clock with that great camera shot. I like that. A long road to recovery for a man nearly killed while helping strangers. Tonight, he gives thanks to the doctors who saved his life. The suit comes on an especially violent outbreak of school violence this past week in Suffolk County. EyeWitness News reporter Stacey Sager with the story. She's live in Central Iceland. Stace?
Emotionally, she's like just distraught.
Ezra Hoyt describing why he won't send his daughter back here to Central Islip.
Newark police have not said whether they have a suspect or suspects in custody. We're also working to learn the identities of the other victims and their conditions. But we're talking about a shooting that has certainly rattled this community. Live in Newark, I'm Morgan Norwood, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And I'm meteorologist Danny Buckstrom in for Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg tonight.
Custody.
But first, the U.S. military, for the second time in a week, shoots down another object in the sky. This time, it was hovering over Alaska. And good evening, everyone, at 5 o'clock. I'm Bill Ritter.
And I'm Liz Cho. Sade is off tonight. President Biden ordered the military to down what the White House describes as a high-altitude object over Alaska. Officials say it was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and was the size of a small car.
A fighter aircraft, I should say. First saw it late last night. It appeared unmanned, but officials say it was a threat to civilians. So what is going on here? Eyewitness News reporter Mike Marza, live in the newsroom with the breaking details and his latest object in the sky mystery.
Bill, I can tell you President Biden calling this a success, giving a one-word response when questioned about this within the past hour.
Despite some warnings from some medical experts, the COVID vaccine mandate for municipal workers in New York City today coming to an end. Nearly 1,800 city employees taken off the job for not getting the shots in the fight against
everyone who's
getting the deadly virus. So should they get those jobs back? Well, the unions say yes, and they are demanding back pay. With the latest, as you just started to hear, here's Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett.
Virtually everyone who still receives a paycheck from the city of New York has been vaccinated against COVID-19.
News is that both sides are still talking right now. Live at Montefiore in the Norwood section of the Bronx, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
At least they're talking. All right, Sonia, thank you. And we will keep you posted on negotiations, and when there is any update, we'll bring it to you here on air and at ABC7 NY.
Now to the other news of this Monday. Thank you for that, Sonia. Some great news, in fact, about the health of Bills football player Damar Hamlin.
Back now to a live picture. You can see some traffic northbound on the Hutch coming away from the Whitestone Bridge. Also look for delays around the Bruckner interchange.
Yeah, you're actually going to be able to see where it was. It looks like they have gotten the upper hand on this, but as we bring this picture out, you're going to see all throughout these gravestones right in the middle of Riverside Cemetery. The entire area is completely charred. This brush fire was burning out within the confines.
Well, we apologize. Obviously, we lost that signal.
All right. Thanks so much, Shannon.
People have seen a show since Broadway reopened.
Broadway is a roller coaster. You have great months, you have not so great months, but you know that people are coming back.
The new civilian hotel in the theater district is opening just in time for Broadway's revival.
And to-go alcoholic drinks will be reinstated, providing they are purchased with a, quote, substantial food item, end quote. Well, the Senate Majority Leader told reporters that negotiations are now nearly complete. And again, to recap, to-go alcohol is coming back. Gasoline tax is being rolled back by 16 cents. And changes to bail reform, certain tweaks are in the works. They will be announced along with certain changes to toughen up Kendra's law. The governor is expected to make an announcement in the next several minutes. We were told it was going to happen at 4:15. So we're going to continue to follow all of this. We'll have much more for you on Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock tonight. For now, we're live on the East Side. NJ Burkett, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
NJ, thank you. And clearly we were experiencing a few technical difficulties.